killed the dinosaurs. The Ice Age.
You want a cup of Java juice?
I'm gonna make you famous, Lizzie.
It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk.
Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do.
I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm going to get a bunch of people. I'm going to get Jake Malasek, a bunch of other people from that side that are into the movie. We're going to go in dressed normally, wearing backpacks, and go into the bathroom, change into our suits, and then get into the theater so that they can't kick us out or call the police until it's already done.
Wait, are they calling the police on people
They're
for just going in suits?
They're banning, if you walk in there with a suit, you're not allowed to go in.
What?
Like, you just can't go in.
Why?
In certain theaters. I think they do it more in suburban areas than here, but you're just not allowed in.
They just don't want teens, rowdy teens in the theaters?
No more rowdy teens in the theaters.
Well, nobody saw it but me, so I guess I'll give my quick review. Not bad.
See?
68 out of 100.
1 point away from the 69. Did you not want to give that to a kids movie?
No, it's just not. It's not a movie I would. If it's not buttered, I don't like fully recommend. I mean, I would not recommend this to most people.
Mm-hmm.
But for what it is, not awful.
I can't wait.
Soundtrack's pretty good.
A little throat clear. It's a little below Despicable Me 2. The first one's significantly better. The last Minions movie was a fucking abomination.
Isn't that a good thing when you're describing a Minions movie? Isn't that what they want?
Maybe.
What was the bit? It was like never ask a woman her age, never ask a woman her weight, and never ask the Minions what they were doing from 1939 to 1945.
That's pretty good.
Oh man,
that's the movie I want to see.
You might have seen Minions, but nobody drank more Minions Icy than me.
Ooh,
I went out for refills.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
that.
What flavor is it? Banana.
Banana, yeah.
Has to be.
Oh, disgusting.
I'm allergic.
Oh yeah. Well,
I forgot
that makes
about
sense.
that,
Yeah. But banana
I'm allergic
flavoring.
to real bananas.
Imagine had we sat next to each other for Thor, and you imagine how I leaned over to sip my Diet Coke and I actually sipped your icy. She would have died in the
Blew
theater.
up. You
Artificial
polka dot
banana.
Man in the
I actually
theater.
would not have died. I would have vomited. Like I would have projectiled all over the person in front of us.
That would have been bad.
The artificial banana.
We
We talked about this. Artificial banana tastes better than regular banana.
Undoubtedly.
Without banana Laffy Taffy, arguably one of the best tasting things on earth.
Agreed.
And so much does taste nothing like a banana whatsoever, but
they got the
significantly
little
better.
jokes on the flap.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that,
yeah. Laffy Taffy seems like a food that Minions would love.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, they make Minions Laffy Taffy.
Oh, God
They
damn.
make Minions everything.
They make Minions LSD. Do you remember I showed you that?
Yeah.
I would suggest if you like Despicable Me, I don't think you'll hate Rise of Gru. If you hated Minions, you'll like Minions Rise of Gru more. The Minions movie was fucking awful.
I've only ever seen the first one, Despicable Me, but I remember liking it.
I just watched it for the first time last week.
No, the original's very good.
It
was
was so
good.
fluffy.
The original's very funny, but unfortunately, the thing that people plucked out of it most.
The meme or the Minions.
I mean, there was a good article about
But I was
Minions.
going to say also the
I
meme
also
where he's
found
giving the
out-
plan.
Yeah,
Trey
yeah.
Parker from South Park did a bunch of the soundtrack on like 2 and 3.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he did the voice of the LeGru's brother in the third one, didn't he?
the
Yeah,
good
so it
brother,
might have
yeah.
been just been 3,
Does
but
he
yeah,
have
he
kids?
did. He did some of the soundtrack with Pharrell on there.
Probably.
It would make sense if he had kids.
There's an article somewhere talking about the IP, the Minions IP, and how it's going to be very hard to replicate that.
Yeah, I would imagine. Then once they franchise that shit, it just turned into a whole different animal.
This episode of Lights Camera Barstool brought to you by Truebill. If you have a lot of subscription services for streaming platforms, from Disney Plus to HBO Max, Netflix, and everything in between, like us, adds up, gets expensive, and you might even be signed up for shit you don't even know you're signed up for.
I am.
Oh
Like
yeah.
what?
I don't know.
I have a $16.95 charge I get from Microsoft every month. I can't figure out how to get rid of it. I've called Microsoft a trillion times. I've
good
canceled the payment.
You probably
They
have
will
2
not get
Xbox
rid of
Lives.
it. I think I haven't owned an Xbox in 4 years.
You're going to have to talk to Bill.
I think I'm gonna have to go to Truebill to figure this out.
People save up to $720 a year with Truebill.
That one. Gotcha.
It was $1,000 a year people are saving. It's a new app, helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or maybe even forgot about. Smartest way to manage your finances. Cancel subscriptions directly through the app. You create a monthly budget and expenses, track, evaluate savings, goals, automated savings. You get push notifications when you're getting close to going over your budget, all that and more. Get started today at Truebill.com, TRUEBILL.com/lights. Take control of your finances and start saving at Truebill.com/lights. News. We have a lot of news. We'll get into news. No. Well, we'll get into news. Then we'll talk Stranger Things after that. So we'll do news first. A lot of trailers. Again, we haven't been on in 2 weeks. A bunch that we haven't been able to talk about yet. First up, in terms of movie news and trailers, here, my fucking thing gonna load. What the fuck? Just a blank screen. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
hope
Right.
I got mine up if you need me.
Season 4. Oh no, that's Stranger Things. We'll talk that and The Boys. I have an update on on Amazon. The Boys. Teaser trailer for Hocus Pocus 2 was released. They're all back. All the ladies are back. 3 young women accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. Hits Disney Plus on September 30th. I don't give a fuck about this movie.
I remember
I truly do not give a fuck about this movie.
we rewatched it, and all I remember is that it was the horniest movie I think I've ever seen. If I remember right, the main male teen was every action he undertook in that movie was because he was really horned up, and it was really fucking weird. But yeah, I'm with you. I just don't really care too much about this at all.
Agreed. I've never seen the first one.
Well, you hate Bette Midler.
She's an anti-MCU person. Remember?
Oh,
she
is
did
she?
all that stuff like you
Oh,
watch
no, wait,
MCU
no,
movies,
wait.
fuck you.
You don't like Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep ripped on MMA.
And also ruined Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
awesome.
Otherwise,
she
good movie.
wrecked
So
that.
fucking stupid.
And she shit on football that one time too.
Bette Midler did?
No, Meryl Streep did.
Meryl
Yes. Wait, did she shit on football in the Golden Globe speech?
Yeah, she was like, "What are you going to do? Watch football?" And I remember everyone's like, "Yeah, of
Mixed
course."
martial arts.
Mixed
Yes,
martial
obviously.
arts.
That's not the arts.
Yeah.
I think you're you fucking idiot.
I would love to see just getting Meryl Streep getting put in a guillotine.
Yeah, Meryl Streep versus Valentina Shevchenko.
Yes.
But no, you see, I'm really happy because I thought you guys are going to come on here and talk about how excited you were for Hocus.
No,
fuck.
I think we've
Come on.
talked. We may not have talked about it with you, but we've talked. Hocus Pocus is not a movie that I have any nostalgia for.
But the thing is, okay, are there people? And oh boy, I feel like I'm going to get shit on for this. Are there people who unironically like that
Yes.
movie?
Oh, yeah.
It's a nostalgia factor though.
Oh
I thought it was
yeah,
like-
for sure.
I always thought it was like a joke. Like you remember Hocus Pocus? Like I don't know. Well, if people like it, people like it. I watched it as a kid. It really didn't do a whole lot for me. But you know, I mean, people find
We're
something
also
out
not
of
the
it.
target audience.
Exactly.
Chris,
Yeah,
that
in
trailer,
fairness.
in its first day did 44 million views,
Yeah.
which beat out like The Mandalorian's first trailer,
Feed off the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I mean,
Book of Boba Fett's first trailer. Like people, I didn't realize it either. People fucking love this movie.
I remember.
Oh no, it's not. That's not even a question. It's an insane.
realize it was that
nostalgia-based Disney movie that they've been asking for a sequel for a long time. I'm actually kind of surprised it took this long. I mean, it's for what it is. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing in the world, but I just don't. I don't care about it at
Right,
all.
same here.
Truly do not. Not at all.
How many Halloween towns did they
A
make?
lot.
I'm just thinking.
Four
Which,
or
please?
5, right?
Yeah.
That's the tagline.
There's Halloween Town.
Which, please. That's all right. I guess kind of like that. I kind of like that. That's pretty
Halloween
good.
Town, Halloween Town High, Halloween Town Calabar's Revenge. I think there's a fourth. No, there's only 3.
But no,
that
because
can't
I
be
thought
right.
didn't they do a fourth
Like
one with Sarah
direct-to-TV?
Paxton, or was that the third one?
I thought there. Yeah, I thought there were 4.
Direct to
That doesn't
DVD
seem
one
right.
sounds like it would be on their platter.
It's
Home Alone movies do you think there are?
There's 6 now.
6 right now. Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's 1 through 3. There's 4. There's 5.
With the one with the girl that I think cost $50,000 to make.
5 I think has French Stewart in it.
Yes.
Which might be
Yeah.
wrong on
Which
that.
one's the one with Terrorist?
That's 3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
Yeah.
The one that Roger Ebert said was the best one.
And
Yes,
also
exactly.
Scarlett Johansson features a young
Yeah,
Scarlett
yeah,
Johansson
yeah.
in
That's
the
right.
movie.
Halloween Town. Yeah, there are 4. Return to Halloween Town. I have never watched that one. I won't watch that one. That's the one with Sarah Pat. I will not watch that one. I did a rewatch of these. I think I did a rewatch for this pod maybe, and I think we did. I started watching the second one. It's not good. It's bad. But I got through it. And I was like, oof. Then I watched Halloween Town High. I'd seen it before. I made 10 minutes and I was like, this, I have to stop this. This must stop.
What I'm actually waiting for is Hubie Halloween 2. That's the one I really want because
Yeah.
that was a legitimately pretty funny movie.
Hubie Halloween was very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Chris, I'm curious what you thought about Hubie Halloween. The Adam
You know,
Sandler.
I haven't seen it yet.
think you'll
but
like it.
I heard it was
You
pretty
haven't
good,
seen it
though.
yet, Chris? I'm thinking you're not ever going to
Yeah.
watch Hubie Halloween based on that.
Oh, I will now. Yeah.
I think you'll like it.
See How They Run, another trailer. Stars Saoirse Ronan, Sam Rockwell, Adrian Brody, David Oyelowo. A desperate Hollywood film producer sets out to turn a popular play into a film. Members of the production are murdered. World-weary Inspector Stoppard and rookie constable Stalker find themselves in the midst of a puzzling whodunit. Hits theaters on September 9th. This is not a Wes Anderson movie.
Not Wes Anderson.
boy, does it
not
look like
Ryan
one.
Johnson either. Yeah.
It's got a lot of all the comments are like this is like Coen Brothers, Ryan Johnson, like Knives Out, and Wes Anderson. I think the fact that it's like Sam Rockwell, Saoirse Ronan, and Adrian, you have a lot of like people who are very adjacent to the Wes Anderson brothers. The Wes Anderson. I'm a big Saoirse Ronan fan, so I'm going to watch anything she's in. But I think in terms of just how this trailer looked, I thought it looked pretty delightful. Also, it's one of those cast posters too, where it's like since it's like an ensemble cast. It's like how many is it? It's 10 people all lined up with each other in like little boxes on the poster.
I like those ones.
That always gets me going a little bit.
School looking font too. I
Yeah.
like the way they did
The
it.
director Tom George doesn't even have a fucking Wikipedia page.
I know. Yep.
Ooh.
It's crazy to get to that many big actors on your movie and not even have a wiki page is impressive.
When you go to his IMDb page, like a lot of his work was on like live band shows, like live like the Glastonbury 2014, like
perfectly situated for this stuff.
Interesting. How the fuck did he
Did
get
Ryan
this?
Johnson bring the whodunit back?
I think so. I think someone
completely. We got 2 murder mysteries just this week to talk about in terms of the trailer.
Yeah.
It seems like, and a lot of people probably brought this out. They like think it's like it kind of looks like Knives Out light, sort of. Which I could see that. Yeah, it looks like someone who watched Knives Out and they're like, I can do this and I'll bring it back to the old school sleuth sort of genre. Looks fine.
Clue-esque, right?
Yeah.
With the butler. There's
Yeah.
like a butler talking.
Yeah, for sure.
that.
Looks fine. Doesn't look like anything. I would say that my ceiling for this is lower just by watching that trailer. I'm like, I don't think this is going to be exceptional.
Agreed.
Especially Sam Rockwell's English accent, not very good.
It
Is that
also,
weird?
ever since seeing the Murder on the Orient Express,
Oh, God,
one
that
of
was
these
bad.
ensemble and cast that I was excited for.
That was so bad.
And
Both
just-
of them were.
I sat in the theater so bored the whole movie. Like, I get a little bit worried if it's not, a Ryan Johnson Knives Out movie.
Kenneth Branagh, one of the most bizarre filmmakers in the world, either makes absolute garbage.
Get rid of that
great
IP,
movies.
my dude.
Yeah.
Just like enough of the Hercule Poirot.
I didn't see the
shit.
second one.
It's
so I take
it's better. That's better than the first
I
one.
liked it actually a little bit. I mean, it was.
That's better than the first one, but
Armie
it's
Hammer, though. That's weird, right?
Yeah.
It was, and there were multiple people in that.
Yes,
who
there
were
was a couple where it's like,
canceled.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
like I thought it was. I enjoyed it more.
What's the second one?
But not
Murder
by
on the
much.
Nile?
It's the Nile.
Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile.
Murder on the Express, I gave it a
Death on the Nile.
63. Death on the Nile, I gave it a 69.
What the fuck is going to happen with The Flash? That movie
That is-
that's
oh
a
my
saga.
God.
Flash.
Dude, I can't wait. We got to do an entire episode just talking
Yeah.
about that fucking movie.
Just break
Yeah.
it down bit by bit. I would love to get someone from
Yeah.
that movie on. Like, was it Andy Muschietti or whatever? I don't forget who directs it.
Yeah, it's
Somehow.
Andy
Yeah,
Muschietti.
the guy,
for,
the guy who
like,
did.
Quakes
guy who did
to
the-
put someone else in.
Yeah.
So let's see how they run. That movie comes out in September. Another fall movie is Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Caitlin Dever, and this is a divorced couple that teams up and travels to Bali to stop their daughter from making the same mistake they think they made 25 years ago. So they're divorced.
Feels like a movie that came out 25 years
Came
ago.
out October 21st.
Yeah.
Things that pop out from the trailer, it's like a ex-couples retreat, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, looks like a vacation for George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Respect that.
One of those Adam Sandler moves.
Like it looks like they went to Bali to take a vacation. They just happened to be able to. They're like, "You want to film a movie? Okay."
Yeah. Pay for the vacation.
Doesn't I mean? This could be delightful. Caitlin Dever's a very good actress, and she's not typically in
Yeah, I
bad
love her.
things.
Last Man Standing.
Yeah, that's right. She went to the
Trailer had
military
kinda
in that
Mamma
show.
Mia vibes, right?
Didn't she go to the military in that show? Did anyone know that?
don't
Last
know.
Man Standing. I think she
Parents-
did.
My parents love that show. This is a big parents movie.
Yeah, I mean this.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look very good.
They didn't even
Right.
use the Eddie Money song.
They use Dua Lipa.
Tickets to
That's fucked up.
paradise. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They
That is kinda messed up.
use a lot of Dua Lipa in this. Maybe try to attract like a younger audience to mix with the older audience that's going to just want to go see Julia. I mean, this there'll be a lot of moms at this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This seems like a movie my mom would love.
A lot of moms at this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see this also being mildly charming as well, though.
Yeah.
They're two professional actors. And the first half of the trailer I thought was fine. What does bother me, this is just a pet peeve of mine in movies, is when like you're trying to break up a couple by doing really sadistic shit. Like there's a part in this trailer where they're like, let's just steal their wedding rings. Like that's
Yeah.
like a really
That's
fucked up
psychopathic.
That's
dude.
such classic like
Sociopathic.
garbage rom-com shit
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Or like Julia Roberts' character learns like the native language. Like, oh, did you do that to?
Right.
And he's like, oh, did you do that to make me look bad?
Yeah.
He's like, you do that to yourself already enough. Like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't talk to Batman like that.
Yeah.
Your
favorite Batman.
My favorite, yeah.
You've always
He's
said
number
that.
one, yeah.
You say that
Without a
actually
shadow
every
of a
day.
Good
doubt.
Bruce Wayne.
I thought The Batman would have been a good film if Clooney would have been in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was Thomas Wayne, can you imagine?
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
David O. Russell is back, which for some...
This is like a, what do you call it situation? Ezra Miller situation where it could be terrible. You never know. Because David O. Russell's kind of a psychopath.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
It was actually a noted piece of shit.
Huge piece of shit.
Yeah, George Clooney beat the shit out of him once.
Beat the shit out of him.
It was on Three Kings.
No,
right?
he almost beat the shit out of him. He almost did.
Wasn't it over like basketball too or something? What was it?
He got in I remember they have a video of it. He got in a screaming match with a high profile actress on the set, and it was like crazy.
Lily Tomlin. There's that thing.
He's very mean to. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So mean.
On what set would that would have?
I don't remember.
I Heart Huckabee, I think, wasn't?
Yeah, I think you're
it
right.
would have been
about that,
I Heart Huckabees. Yeah,
Solid movie.
He's just a piece of shit on set, and
Unreal.
Clooney was fed up with it. I mean, Russell's made some great movies: The Fighter, Three Kings, Silver Linings Playbook. American Hustle's in that really weird gray area where some
That's
people
what
think
this one looked like to me.
Yeah, some people think it's an absolute steaming pile of shit. It was nominated for like 12 Oscars, won 0 of them. It was massively hyped up.
It should have been better than it was. Every time I watch it,
with that cast.
I'm like, this should have been so much better.
Yeah.
It's Chris's favorite Louis C.K. movie.
Yeah.
He always says that. Louis C.K., by the way,
Pootie Tang's number one. By the if anyone's listening, it's Pootie Tang's number one movie.
while I'm not much of a, I know nobody wants to hear somebody else's dreams. Other night, I went to McDonald's in a dream, and Louis C.K. was the fry cook behind the counter.
Whoa.
Didn't say anything. Didn't say a word. But I was like, in my dream, like, so Louis C.K.?
You were like unreal.
What a career change.
You walked
Louis
in,
C.K.
the door closed and locked automatically.
Yeah. All the
really
kiosks
quick.
shut down.
Yeah.
Also, the Mop movie, Joy.
So Joy, when I was working at a movie theater, we had like two big screens that played trailers. One was Joy, one was The Force Awakens. I think one might have been like a Transformers or something. I watched the trailer to Joy more than any human alive. More than David
Joy
Russell,
is
more
the
than anyone.
Bohemian Rhapsody of Mop movies.
Yeah.
I've never seen the actual movie.
It's not awful.
That's funny,
I kind of
actually.
like it.
So really, I think it's so painfully average. It's so average.
I'm a J-Law stan though, so.
I mean, she was good in
I
it.
feel the same way.
She was good. She was nominated for Best Actress at the Oscars for it, which I believe was
Has she been in stuff
controversial.
lately?
No, I think she just had a kid.
Yeah. I think
Well, she was, she was in
she's-
Don't Look
she's-
Up.
yeah. True.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
Good point.
She wasn't Don't Look Up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, stars, big cast. So Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Chris Rock, Robert De Niro, Anya Taylor-Joy, Taylor Swift, Rami Malek, Zoe Saldana, Mike Myers. It's set in the 30s, follows three friends who witness a murder, become suspects themselves, and uncover one of the most dangerous plots in American history. Hits theaters November 4th.
It's they're discovering July 6th like this early. It's like the 30s. This is crazy.
I just don't know what to expect because I think he's made really good. The cast is huge.
Yeah.
Cast is great. This is the other obviously murder mystery one. I don't know. I think American Hustle. I don't hate American Hustle. Some people do. Kenjack, you and I have the same exact score, 83. I think it was incredibly watchable. It was enjoyable at times, but it just doesn't. It's
Didn't live
missing
up to-
something that like a Silver Linings Playbook of Three Kings, Leave the Fighter, have. But the cast is so fucking good, and I like all of these people. Taylor Swift is an interesting one, though.
It's like one of the
New
weirdest
Year's Eve,
compilation
right?
of
That was-
characters.
I'm surprised they didn't show her in the trailer.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in this. I was
Yeah,
like,
me
did I
neither.
miss that in the trailer?
It's one of the weirdest, like I would say, combination of people in a cast like ever. It almost reminds me of like it didn't maybe just because it's Taylor Swift, but like Cats in a sense, where it's just
They're going to say Valentine's
Oh, right, she
Day.
wasn't
no,
Taylor Swift.
it's just a bizarre.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was New Year's Eve.
Oh, maybe it was.
Was she also on New Year's
She
Eve?
was with Taylor
No, she was in
Lautner.
Valentine's Day. I don't believe she was in New Year's Eve.
That's
the
such
track
a
star, right?
That's such
She,
a
she was in The Giver.
The Giver, yeah.
Right.
Oh, man, what a
Haven't
fucking
seen
That's
trash bag
a
movie.
Meryl Streep bang. Meryl Streep and Jeff
why I
Bridges
haven't seen
banger,
Bridges
right?
was the old guy, yeah.
Casting Taylor Swift is such like a movie. You're like, I have an idea. What is it? Taylor Swift. Like just like a needle mover. You're like, I'm a fucking genius.
It works.
We'll reach out.
Sure. Musicians though, Kid Cudi was in was in that movie X.
And Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Also, Don't Look Up. That's right.
He was funny and Don't Look
Chance
Up.
the Rapper made that pretty shitty horror movie that we had to watch.
Pizza movie.
Slice. Slice.
Yeah, Slice.
A24.
Movie, right?
A24 Slice.
Played Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix.
Yeah. MGK.
MGK's
Tommy
a
Lee.
sneaky great actor.
He is a
like
pretty
he's
good actor.
very good.
Yeah.
The Dirt was where he got punched a bunch, right? And then people made fun of him.
78
Well,
times.
because
78
he
times.
might have been
No
before that.
context. He just said, I was making this movie and I
Yeah.
got punched 59 times in the chest. And we're like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, context would have helped quite a bit there.
Yeah. He might not even said that there was a movie
The
involved.
headline too. that
Yeah,
says
no, I don't think he did say this. But
I think he just said, I got
punched.
Yeah, he's like, I had to go to the hospital
Wild.
because I was punched 59 times in the chest. I think
Why
that was
would
the
you not
headline.
say, like, oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm filming a movie?
Yeah.
It's funny.
So that's Amsterdam. Then another trailer, which ugh, I'm not excited. Kevin Smith fucking sucks right now. I'm just kidding, Robbie. I'm just being a dick. Clerks 3.
Yeah.
The gang is back.
Yeah. They
I mean,
look old, except for Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
they're enlisted by Randall after a heart attack to make a movie about the convenience store that started it all.
It's like a movie about Kevin Smith's life, a sneaky
Basically,
movie
yeah.
about Kevin
Yeah.
Smith's life.
September 13th. You are. We interviewed Kevin Smith with you.
Yeah.
You are the authority on Kevin Smith. Robbie, thoughts on the trailer?
I thought it looked pretty good. It didn't I didn't watch it and go like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. I kind of tweeted like that because I just like to show my support for Kevin Smith. It reminded me a lot of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot in
Yeah,
the
right.
comedy of the trailer.
Yeah.
Which is like, I thought that was like a nice homage to the fans, but when you're doing a Clerks 3 wide release, you're
Yeah,
going
you
to have
gotta
to
do.
expand it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Aside from the inside jokes and whatnot. But obviously for like a Kevin Smith diehard, I feel like we're gonna like it. And if you're a Kevin Smith fan who's like followed his last couple years, especially with the heart attack and all that shit,
Yeah.
the cameos that were in the trailer were pretty good. Ben Affleck, always
Yeah.
getting him in there is funny. My birthday was over the weekend, and I spent it just watching Kevin Smith movies the whole day.
Will it be
The
better
Clerks
than
that I
trilogy
did.
called? What's it?
The Jersey. He's got the Jersey trilogy. He's got
The
like
Mall
another
something
something
Mallrats?
like that.
Is it
The
Mallrats
Up
trilogy
North
or no?
trilogy.
Yeah.
I watched Clerks and Clerks 2 for the first time last week.
Both-
after this trailer dropped.
Unreal.
Both are
Pretty
great.
good
Clerks
movie.
too.
Yeah. I loved
Sneaky,
them.
Very
Yeah.
fucking
I
funny.
was
I
gonna
recently
say,
watched Chasing Amy too.
The Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars bit still makes me laugh every
So
time I watch that
funny.
scene.
When that
It's
guy
so goddamn
throws
funny.
up on his
It's so funny. I think it's I would agree with you.
I
that
watched both of those, and I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike
Yeah.
Back, which is just
The
the
reboot-
most 2001 movie of all time.
Reboot had no business being as solid as it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
I would say I'd agree with you in that, like, nothing super still off the page. I would say in general, I like movies about making movies.
Agreed,
I always,
yeah.
always like those, and I think
Ed
that
Wood.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you include that plus the whole, like, I would say lore of Clerks and Jane Silent Bob and all that stuff, and it is like a good sort of recipe. I like they mentioned all the meta stuff within it, and they make the joke, which is now a joke that's bad, which is like, oh, don't you hate it when people make unnecessary sequels? Like, that was funny the first time I saw
Yeah.
it. Now it's become part of the thing where it's like, well, now that's just part of the anti-reboot culture. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
And that's a
enjoyed
joke that they made in Reboot too. It's
that. Exactly.
like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
This episode of Lights Here on Barstool brought to you by Allbirds. They create shoes and clothing
Wearing them right now.
that are much better for you. Yeah, wore them all weekend. Very comfortable. Better for the planet using a revolutionary roster of premium natural materials. They got their Tree Runner sneaker. Got the Wool Runner as well. I think it's called the Wool Runner. I still wear. I mean, I know the Tree Runner is definitely more for summer, but I wear the Wool Runner in the summer as well. Made of eucalyptus tree fiber.
Yeah.
Lightweight, very breathable, silky soft material. Perfect everyday shoe where you can dress it up, dress it down. All the shoes are fantastic. They feel great. Like the inner soles feel great.
Yeah.
They're soft, like bouncy almost.
Easy to clean too. Nice shoes.
Very easy to clean.
Yeah.
And because I will say that's I think a drawback when people look up Allbirds, like, oh fuck, all like the soles are very
White or light
Some are dark,
colored,
but yeah, that like you get maybe just like a little like a washcloth out.
It's literally all you need. It's
All you
crazy.
need.
Looks brand new.
Thoughtfully designed, no unnecessary frills or logos. They got a real like nice generic look to them. Perfect for exploring a new city during the day, maybe going out, maybe going to dinner. Doesn't matter. Find your new favorite shoes for sunny days and upcoming travel at Allbirds, ALLBIRDS.com. That's Allbirds, ALLBIRDS.com. Some other movie news, some random shit. First look at Sigourney Weaver. This is a wild one.
Speaking of tree runners.
So we gotta explain this one. Okay. First look at Sigourney Weaver as Jake. It's
Jake Sully's
Neytiri,
daughter.
right?
Yeah.
Neytiri, yes. Teenage Na'vi daughter in Avatar.
You gotta
So-
say Jake Sully's full name every time.
That's
you say
true,
it.
Jake
You can't
Sully.
just say Jake.
So some may be wondering, well, what do you mean? What do you mean Sigourney Weaver is playing the daughter? She died. Her character died.
Well, she got brought back into an avatar. No, at the end of the movie, she got turned in. Like, wasn't that whole thing?
The Avatar died. No, I believe the Avatar died.
Yeah.
Jake Sully got brought back as an
I
Avatar.
thought she got shot, and then she like as she was dying, like they put her in that thing, and then she. Gets brought back to life
I
in the
think
Avatar.
her hair fucked Jake Sully's hair, and that's how he. That's what happened.
Or maybe
I don't know why you're laughing.
Maybe she became part of the tree.
That's what that I just told the real thing. Well, let me look it up.
my water out.
I have not watched Avatar in a while.
Well, when you rewatch it, you're gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Like James Cameron said.
That was the most aggressive quote. I loved
Yeah.
that.
he's man. I've turned the corner. I really do want to see this movie, but he's such an asshole.
I will say, I saw a trailer for this before Thor, and the person behind me went, "Oh, I can't wait for this." And I was like, "Oh, all right. People can't wait for Avatar. Interesting."
Well, it's so weird because if he wasn't an asshole, like everyone would be super amped for this. I feel like he's never made a bad movie. Real okay, not Piranha, like The Spawning or whatever, but like there was a minute where he was the guy responsible for the 2 highest grossing movies ever.
Yeah.
Like he knows what he's doing, but he has these delusions of grandeur with Avatar that have been there for 15 years, and I just like it's good. We all like Avatar. I think.
Yeah.
I just don't see. Nobody in the world sees what James Cameron sees in Avatar. Is
Here
the
we go.
problem?
Let's go through.
She has a very long Wikipedia page.
Escape from Hell's Gate and Death. Dr. Grace August.
Okay, so she's dead.
After being
All right.
incarcerated by the RDA. I can't read half this. She doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Quaritch was alerted of the breakout, and without grabbing an exopack, he raced out to the hangar and fired an assault rifle at them before resorting to his wasp sidearm. What about that's for anyone who like does it? Like who like yeah.
Yeah, I love the Wasp. That's my favorite.
Although the
sidearm.
team managed to escape the compound, Grace suffered a bullet wound to the torso, and Jake attempted to help her live long enough to reach the something.
The Tree of Souls
The clan at the Tree of
transfer.
Souls to seek Moat's help. After Jake entered his avatar form and managed to bond with and ride a Taruk to the Tree of
The flying
Souls.
one, yeah.
To the amazement of the Na'vi, he sought help to save Grace from dying. In a trance-like state, the Na'vi and Moat prayed in the hope that Iwa would permanently transfer Grace's consciousness to her avatar body. Unfortunately, she succumbed to her wound, but before she passed away, Grace told Jake that she was with Iwa. So
Okay,
she
she became the tree.
She is. Yes.
She's the tree?
She's part of the tree now. No, she's not. She isn't the only thing in the tree, but her life force
But the
is
tree
now part of
fucking
the tree.
But the tree explodes at one point.
I think that's so. The tree of life and the other tree are different. I think.
Dude, I have.
Oh my
I have
God.
no
I gotta I'm gonna rewatch it before.
We should do a watch party for this movie.
Yeah.
Iwa also
known as
the
Quaritch still alive.
The
by
All
way.
Mother is the guiding force of life. Oh, it's like the Force.
Yeah, it's very force-like.
It's the little like the little like squishy things.
Yeah, they were like
Glowy
floating
the little-
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, her character is dead. So I think most people assume that Sigourney Weaver will be coming back as a flashback. No. She is playing the adopted teenage daughter of Jake and Neytiri,
Baller
played by
move.
Zoe Saldana.
Cameron has his guys,
she's just
and he
playing
supports
a
them.
flat out fucking new character. But she's like the images released. She's looking at old footage of Sigourney Weaver's character, and she said like I guess Sigourney Weaver had to like. I'm laughing now. Sorry. Had to like hang out with a bunch of teens to like learn how to become an 11-year-old.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
like, yeah.
Don't doubt Cameron. Everything that you just said makes
I'm-
perfect sense.
Steve Buscemi meme.
Yeah.
I'm really not trying to mock this movie anymore because I am looking forward to it at this point. But like,
Yeah.
come on, that's funny.
I fucking love Cameron because like if you're one of Cameron's guys, he'll support you forever, and that includes
Yeah.
casting you as a teenager, even though you're like in your 60s. He does
And
not
it's
give
like
a
if
fuck.
she did the motion capture for that, he just made it a headache for all of the VFX
Yeah,
people
yeah.
because, as we know from the Polar Express,
Yes.
like adult faces don't move the same as human as
As teenage faces,
Teenage
yeah.
faces, human faces. So like. It's either going to look incredibly weird like the Polar Express, or they just had to work overtime to recorrect
You
all
just
of
you
that.
just don't get the way of water, Robbie.
I will say the one interesting thing with the mocap is that I would imagine her human size is the same size as a teenage Na'vi. That'd be my guess. So that's kind of nice.
Maybe,
I think.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not on
'Cause
stilts.
they're
maybe?
usually pretty big, right?
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
They're an awkwardly big creature. Can I
Yeah,
say
they're
that?
like 9
Is
feet
that
tall.
Naviist, but yeah, they're like every time I see him in the trailer, I'm like, they should just be human.
As long as she
anti-Pandoran.
wears that fucking Stanford shirt, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, how would we sell that? We should sell like anti-Pandoran shirts. Just like, fuck stop letting them in there and taking our jobs, those Pandorans.
He also then
would buy him.
and then he kept
Oh, yeah.
he as usual he's talking about other things as well. In terms of the runtime, he said, I don't want anybody whining about the length and they sit and binge watch TV for 8 hours. He said, get up and fucking pee, basically. I don't. That's actually a fine quote. Yeah, that's fine. I get. Yeah, movie runtime length complaints are annoying to me because people do sit there and they watch the shows for fucking.
I think the
8
only
hours.
difference which you always have to mention is the fact that like while you're binge watching whatever, you could be doing anything else you want at the same time. In a theater, you're stuck and you're literally the only thing you can do is watch
and you
the
can
screen.
pause.
Exactly, you can pause
Go
and
to
do
the
whatever else you need to
bathroom,
do.
yeah.
Yeah,
We got to bring back intermissions.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that would
I
make a
don't hate
huge
that.
difference.
there was a movie that had one that I saw recently. I forget
Hateful
which
Eight
it
had
was.
one.
Yeah, Hateful Eight did have one. Yeah, damn, I love intermissions.
That does kind of rip. We're going to talk about. I had a set a record for peas during Thor: Love and Thunder.
You did pee a lot.
You did peel.
I had a moment though that it was wild. You may remember it, but we'll get into that when we talk about Thor: Love and Thunder.
Also, our Discord, quick shout out to them. They have infiltrated the Avatar fan base Discord, and they've just
Nice.
been going in there and just trolling the shit out of them.
Well, speaking of trolls, he said regarding haters of the first Avatar, the trolls will have it that nobody gives a shit and they can't remember the characters' names, or we do.
Jake Sully.
Names or one damn thing that happened in Avatar. Then they see the movie again and go, "Oh, okay, excuse me, let me just shut the fuck up right now."
I think
Nobody
that all
is
the time.
saying that.
I say that every time I watch Avatar. I'm like, I should shut the fuck up about James Cameron.
Shut the fuck up.
He's so aggressive. Like that's the problem with James Cameron is because like he just wait. That's far too aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if he didn't want people to forget the characters' names, he wouldn't have waited 13 fucking years to make.
Right. That's the thing. It's like it is his fault. It's
yeah,
your
the
fault
world has
that
moved
it's
on.
yeah that it's left the cultural lexicon. But I mean what?
Yeah.
But I love that quote. Oh, excuse me. Let me just like what a no one who's watching going. Oh, I'm a fucking piece of shit. Fuck me. I'm a fucking moron.
Oh, you know what? We're interviewing the Russos later. We should ask them to make a quote like that. We should tell them like, hey, can you guys just be like, hey, if you don't like Hercules, you should shut the fuck up already. And we'll make that the quote. Russo brothers say, shut up if you don't like their movie.
Oh my god. I just he does it to himself. That's the problem.
Yeah. He's I think he's
Yep.
someone who's like out of almost maybe any other singular director out there, like he has almost kind of earned it. When you're like the highest grossing director ever making only basically IP, like original IPs, you can kind of do that. Like, well, I guess with the exception of T2 and
so original, you know.
well, yeah, but like T2, I guess, and Aliens would be the bigger ones. But I mean, you're doing so many different original works, and you're just destroying the box office every time, and all you pigs are going out and eating the slop every time he makes a movie.
Yeah,
then
we're
he
gonna
does
go
have to-
see Avatar. We're gonna buy a ticket.
Absolutely, we'll be there opening night.
I am excited for it. Like I want it to be great.
I think he's earned it. Still makes him look like a dick, but he's definitely earned the right to be like, shut up, piglets. I know you're going to eat it anyway.
For sure.
Yeah.
He said he's also, this is from Slash Film, he's acutely aware of the new goalpost movies need to hit to achieve financial success, stating if we did 20% or 30% less because the market simply doesn't exist anymore, that would be bad. I mean, that's the thing. Like he is self-aware, and that's why I do respect and like him. But he's so fucking aggressive with shit.
Yeah.
Guy was a truck driver in Canada. Now he's the highest grossing director of all time.
Yeah, and also how the wait, I gotta click on this one. How the fuck is Stephen Lang's character back?
He got shot 3 times with an arrow and suffocated. He should be dead.
Oh, he's an AV now.
Oh, come on.
That's how
Everyone's a
it's
Navi
totally-
now.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's bigger, he's bluer, he's pissed off.
Why would they make him a
that a real
Navi?
quote?
Why would the Pandorans do this?
That's a real
bigger
quote.
and
They probably stole. Well, they stole one of the
That
one of the
should be
limp
the-
bodies in the tube.
Should be the tagline for the movie. Bigger and bluer.
Bigger. Ugh. God damn it. This is turning into like a Chappie all over again.
Is Avatar way of the water?
Way of water or way of the
The
water?
way of water
Yeah.
The Way of Water.
Yeah.
is okay. Giovanni Ribisi is back.
Yeah.
He didn't. Yeah, he was like your standard shithead
Don't
executive.
forget Vin Diesel, undisclosed role.
Oh.
That's a Boiler Room reunion, or no, not
Yeah.
Boiler Room. Wait, yeah, Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah,
is
no,
in
him
Boiler
and
Room, right?
Ribisi, yeah.
And also Saving
Yeah.
Private Ryan reunion for Vin Diesel and him.
That's right. Edie Falco's in the movie.
I love that. Nurse Jackie, not Carmela Soprano. Nurse Jackie.
Also,
Oh no,
we did an interview about the show. like Toby. She plays a cop.
Oh yeah.
It's like fucking called Toby or some shit.
Fuck, I forget what that is. Yeah.
You guys see the
That's
new
not
episode
it.
of The Equalizer?
Tommy. It's called
Not
Tommy.
yet.
Tommy. It was on like ABC. It was canceled after one season. It was on CBS. Tommy, American Police Procedural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend. She's in Impractical Jokers a couple times.
Is she really?
Plays Hillary Clinton.
Really?
No, I mean,
Huh.
I'm not in Hillary Clinton. Herself.
Oh.
I read Hillary Clinton. That's below it.
my God.
That's dyslexia.
I was like,
see that,
I was
though.
like, they don't really get political on
Yeah.
IJ.
No, she plays herself in Impractical Jokers.
I don't remember her ever being in Impractical. And I've seen
me
like
neither.
every episode.
That's pretty funny.
That's crazy.
And then she did also play Hillary Clinton in the impeachment American Crime Story, which was just not very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was what an unbelievably not memorable show that was.
Didn't even
It's
show
just
the
a.
blowjob.
I mean, that's just shout out to that's a throwback to Trill Ballins. He always said it. Nobody better at making something amazing than following up with a bunch of nothingness than Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, big time.
He's the
What was his
absolute
first thing?
Well, he did American Horror Story. Those
Oh,
people
yeah,
do like
yeah,
the
yeah.
American Horror Story sequels, but like
Some of those
the
are good.
first is always the best with him, and then it
Yeah.
just kind of tails off. But he did the People vs. OJ's, obviously fucking
Very good.
I never liked that. I hated it.
People vs. OJ.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things of all time. I've watched it probably like
If
six.
they
or seven
cast
times.
OJ better, it might be like the best show ever. You could be-
OJ,
But that was the
Like,
charm with
had
that
it.
show. I thought some of it was truly horrible.
Yeah.
and then some of it was like amazing television.
David Schwimmer, and that was so funny.
David Schwimmer, I thought, was
He was great.
unbelievably bad.
I've never like there will never be anything like that again in my opinion in terms of like insanely ensemble cast in something that's crazy relevant to because it was like OJ it was the anniversary, it was the ESPN documentary that won bet, and then you had like unreal performances, and then you had some that were so fucking bad.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Was it Billy Magnuson who played Kato Kalin?
Yeah, Billy Madison played Kato Kalin.
Yeah.
You had Courtney B. Vance was amazing as
Yeah,
Johnny
he was
Cochran.
really good
Yeah.
in that. Yeah.
Sarah Paulson was
Sarah
incredible.
Paulson.
Sarah Paulson was amazing as well. Sterling K. Brown played Chris Darden. He was great. She
But then-
played Marsha Clark. But then you had
Schwimmer.
Cuba Gooding Jr. as
Cuba Gooding
OJ,
Jr.
and Schwimmer just saying juice left and right. I mean, and Travolta. I will never have a firm opinion if John Travolta was good or bad as Robert
He
Shapiro.
was. I think he was fine. Like, I don't think he detracted from the movie. I think he was totally fine. But he,
It was no The Fanatic, but it was all right.
yeah, definitely no fanatic.
terms
Oh
of-
God,
In
what a piece
terms
of
of
shit.
Travolta performances,
Yeah,
no Moose.
or Gotti, for that matter.
What an
Oh, man.
unreal show. That show was what I mean, and that show was it was a pop culture moment in that year too. Everyone was watching it.
Yeah.
Remember Larry King played himself?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Although to be fair to him, he didn't really age much in that time period.
He did,
looked
all they
exactly the
did
same.
was just, they put like a
dead
like
now?
a slightly more. Yeah, he put a little bit more hair on him.
they put they put
When did
like
he die?
last
Two-
year.
yeah,
It was like
2
a
years ago.
year, 2 years ago.
He died.
He
in
looked
January
80.
2021.
He looked 80 for 40 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my whole
Like,
life.
so in that way, he aged quite well.
I'm
Yeah.
happy we got. What was his B movie alter ego? Larry King's.
Larry B. King.
Larry
right?
B. King. Yeah. Brilliant move.
Wait, is it?
I think you're right.
Was
about
I right
that.
on that?
I think you're
I
right.
think so. Yeah.
I think everyone else had a B pun involved.
No, I think it was B. Larry. It was B. Larry King.
It's somehow worse.
That rules. That is so fucking stupid.
I'm B. Larry King here. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Oh my god. Him and all they did was they just gave him a lot of hair and people were, which is what he looked like back in the day, but he back in the day he was like a little more filled out face wise. He was not as old. So and then People vs. OJ, he was very just like still kind of like old man, like geriatric,
Yeah.
like kind of frail, but with the big hair.
I remember when they first released like the set photos of it, and it was just Cuba Gooding Jr. getting out of his car with the gun, and it's just like he's just like chunky little man starting to play like OJ, and just like you just look nothing like him whatsoever. It was so bad. That was a good chase scene though. They did good with that too. The Bronco.
They did, yes. I mean, the show. It's a wild show because it had moments where you're like, holy fuck, that was like a crazy TV moment. And then it had others where it's like the Kardashians, who were in there just because
Yeah.
it was like the Kardashians
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to watch it again, Robbie.
Give it a try.
I never got
Come
through
on.
it. Never even got to the chase.
Come on, that's like 3 episodes in.
Yeah, I think I made it too.
I think that's it in terms of non-death news. Some bunch of people passed away, unfortunately. I think
Yeah.
that's it. Do we have anything else?
I think that was everything that we had on our docket.
No, I'm looking through the thing you sent me. I think we covered
Yeah, I'm
everything.
just making sure. AMC delivering popcorn in Chicago and Kansas City. If you have
Delivering
Uber.
popcorn?
If you're in Chicago or Kansas
Wow.
City, do that. I'm fucking pissed. It's not in New York. What the fuck?
Usually we're the test market. That's
You live
crazy.
so close to a movie
They
theater.
give me all the
I know. I
Midwest.
can
What the
walk.
fuck?
I do. I mean, I already do that. But like, I'd like to try it out.
Yeah.
So are they delivering already made popcorn?
Yep.
I'll be honest. All the popcorn I've had from AMC recently has been very stale. I don't know if I'm just on a bad run
There
of constantly
are-
getting old popcorn.
well,
but
Yeah, I
I
kind of
mean,
agree
you
with that.
do go to the worst theater in the city.
that's also true. But I spread it out. I go to 34th. I go to the Lincoln Center. I
Yeah.
go to a couple other ones.
I went
yeah.
to a Marquee Cinemas
Oh, yeah?
last week, and the popcorn was amazing.
I'm going to keep that in mind.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, the place with the best popcorn in the world, they're all opening up again, apparently, in California. ArcLight.
Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah.
What's that Chicago popcorn place? That's really good. Do you know what I'm talking about? We got it there. I think
Garrett's.
while we were there. Garrett's, yeah.
Garrett's is unbelievable.
yeah.
Garrett's is the cheddar and caramel mix.
Yeah,
It's
really
it's
good.
Unreal. What is this tweet that
Oh,
we tweeted out?
By the
Elvis
way,
spoilers.
if you haven't watched The Chef, we should.
That's just
or the bear.
Fat Elvis.
with sensitive content, what would this have been? Is it him pooping?
I just marked it as a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler, yeah.
Okay.
It's just a picture of Fat Elvis.
Okay.
But yeah, watch The Bear if you haven't watched The
I'm
Bear.
I
I'm
forgot.
addicted to
Wait,
that picture.
how do you mark it as sensitive? You can
do that now.
right?
Yeah.
I might have. So I somebody threw a full drink at my face at a bar the other night, just full on like Randy Johnson fastball at my face, and I tweeted. I said, "It's not me falling down the stairs of the Apple store. It's close." You can mark sensitive. I may have to show the bruise from my ass. You've seen it, right?
I've seen it, yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Gonna start a rumor. Jeff was
Currently?
fucking this guy's wife.
Yeah.
Wait, someone threw a drink at your face and then you got a bruised ass?
No, there's two
No, when I
separate
fell down the
instances.
stairs of the Apple.
Separate
Yeah.
incident.
I
Yeah.
see.
You know that. Well, you know that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. You
That they made the
Trilla parodied
documentary
like
about it, the
200
staircase.
times.
I'll get your live reaction. To
Probably
this.
took 10 years off his podcasting career.
Yeah,
oh,
for real.
You know what the irony of that moment was is that the Browns were like pretty solid. That was a bad OBJ year. They were beating the piss out of the Steelers, and as I fell down the stairs, they were winning, and everything went wrong after that. it was like and I should have known. Like that should have been a sign to like
You got to go back to the staircase and re-fall down it to get the Browns back on
Exactly.
track.
that should have been a sign that if I had been in a legal gambling state at the time to live bet the Steelers.
Yeah.
Which by the way, they just took Heinz Field. They renamed Heinz Field.
Yeah.
That's
Acupressure.
Gooch, a fellow AFC North fan, as a Bengals fan and as a Browns fan. That's good vibes for the rest of the
Yeah.
AFC
Oh,
North.
it's great.
I mean,
That is
Big Ketchup is lost at big time. Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Bad news for them.
to no longer have that name. That's big. That's
Yeah.
big time stuff.
They're going to be. They should be bad next year. All the gods should point towards them being bad now.
I gotta find this picture of. I'm gonna say this out loud to sound weird. Of my ass. I mean, it's. Let's see.
We did a meme once, right, or something like that, where it was like the TVA making sure that Jeff falls down the stairs. I forget what it was
think so,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like Jeff he goes like, "Oh, almost fell there," and then like the TVA comes in behind him and pushes him down the stairs.
Okay, here we go. Ready? It's not that graphic. I mean, it's my ass.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Tough one.
Holy
Crazy.
shit.
And I talked about it on this podcast, and once I did that, I basically could sue them.
That is dark purple.
Yeah, it's quite dark.
That's a for real bruise. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's worse than I was expecting, Jeff.
Yeah, pretty bad. This episode of Lights Camera Barstool brought to you by BetterHelp. A word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Excuse me. That's the more proper way to say it. A great company. How well would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one your entire life, Robbie Fox?
I have had the same
Really?
car my entire life. Yeah, so far.
Well, that's how our brains work as well. So why
PT
not treat them
Cruiser.
the same? Yep. By the way, I went in. I'd never been in a Mini Cooper before.
They're fun.
They
They're
are.
fun.
My Uber driver was using a stick shift. I don't think that's.
Oh, you shouldn't be. No, get out of that car.
I'm not. I'm not going to narc on the guy, but I don't think that's allowed. I actually don't think you're allowed to have a. You're not. I don't think you're allowed to have a stick shift as you drive an Uber. I was very surprised.
Really?
Oh, really?
I don't think I've ever seen one with a stick shift when I've been in an Uber before.
I've definitely been.
I should have. We're in the middle of a BetterHelp ad read. I should have like held this guy hostage. I should have been like, should be a free ride, my friend. I will say I actually got an Uber yesterday. Went into ShopRite, got a rotisserie chicken. Called the Uber as I checked out. Same guy.
It's always a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
He just starts lying. He goes round trip. I go, yep.
Yep.
A full chicken in your pants? What is that?
Yeah.
You just hold it, sir.
Plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language, taking power naps, hanging out with friends, family, but there's also BetterHelp Online Therapy. We've used BetterHelp. It's fantastic. It's great. The biggest thing, offers video, phone, even live chat online therapy sessions, because everyone knows if you go to therapy, you do all that. Sometimes going in person sucks. You don't want to do it. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to either. Even if you don't want to see anybody on camera, then you don't have to. Much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can match with a therapist in under 48 hours. Online therapy that offers, like I said, video, phone, live chat therapy sessions. If you feel like you need to do it and you don't want to go meet somebody in person, you don't want to try, like, even if you live in the city, you don't want to subway back and forth. You know, if you're in a certain area, this is just easier. If you're listening to and you're going to try it out, you get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp, BETTER help.com/lights. It's BetterHelp, BETTER help HELP.com/lights. All right, 2 shows. I elephant in the room. I have people yelling at me about the people yelling about the boys. They're coming during the weekend at bars. They're like, "Hey," I had a guy. He goes, "I'll buy you drinks right now if you watch The Boys." Oh. All right, this Amazon banger. I finally binged and ripped through the Amazon show people have been wanting me to see. The Summer I Turned Pretty was fantastic. A great YA series.
That show is so bad. Oh my god,
banger music.
terrible,
Awful show.
So bad.
So we watched. If you don't know, Barstool's a lot of poker people. If you listen to the bracket, Owen had a huge moment on the live stream of poker. Smitty blasted a couple days. He busted out with like 390,000.
Almost 400K, yeah.
Yeah, it was Gray just had a tough moment. He had a fold with pocket aces called the greatest folds in the history of poker.
It was cold.
Mincy was next to poker legend Phil Ivey, and Phil Ivey wanted nothing to do with him. I love Mincy, but Mincy starts telling a story about like Barstool Sports and like Dave Portnoy and like how we're making waves in social media, and Phil Ivey's like, he looks up down here, man. He looks up. He's like, he looks up. Phil Ivey looks up to the guy next to him. He gives his fucking look like, what the motherfucker
what is this, man?
Mincy's got a great poker nickname, though. The Destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's amazing.
So I was watching that at the Barstool Showhouse, presented by High Noon, with 2 of our coworkers, KB and Kelly Keegs. We were going nuts. KB and I were screaming when they were talking about Owen. It was nuts. And then she's like, all right, he goes, you guys need to watch this. We actually watched a bunch of Greg Giraldo roast clips because neither had seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Which I did. I tweeted out the Greg Giraldo roast of Ralphie May when he said, he called him fat, and he said, you're the only guy who watches porn and comes and the guy delivers the pizza, which is my favorite.
Ralphie May, all-time huge man.
What a great joke.
Great joke.
One of the
both of
funniest
them.
people. One of the funniest people of all time.
Yeah.
Greg Giraldo.
And then she's like, we should watch this show. And we had a couple high noons. We're like, all right, let's watch this. Bad show.
Terrible. It's so bad.
Like,
it's so bad.
It's so bad YA. It's unreal. And like there's a couple like real cringe moments. And it actually makes me you know what made me watch on my way back yesterday, where I rewatched Not Another Teen Movie, because Not Another Teen Movie is truly like perfect parody.
Very good.
But I have not watched The Boys. However, the amount of people who are now offering to give me things to watch The Boys, I don't think I'm ever going to watch it. If you're going to keep coming up, if you're listening to this and you're going to keep coming up to me and giving me free things to watch The Boys, I'm never going to watch The Boys. People are paying me off to watch The Boys. I'm just going to not watch it.
I haven't seen season 3. People are upset about it on my mentions.
They have mixed feelings about the finale, I would say.
No, upset about me not watching it.
Oh, okay.
People are yelling at me like they're yelling at Jeff.
I had a guy he had a couple drinks in him. Get your Barstools, if you're a New Jersey Shore person, get your Barstool DJs merch. Guy, he's like, he goes, it's great, you'd love it. I go, no, my guy, I know I would like it.
Yeah.
I'm just not watching it. And now it's a bit. Now I'm just fucking leaning into it. But now, and actually I was going to watch it. We had a great interview, had a lot of fun about it. But once you start buying me things, I'm gonna milk this for what it's worth.
They're buying stuff for you to watch the show, and you're not watching the show. You're ruining this transaction.
Yeah, but I gotta milk it a little more.
You are now You're
right. They're gonna break my legs.
Yeah, you're gonna get more drinks thrown at you.
That's what it was. Maybe it was the Boys guy. Yeah. Yeah. Ken Jack. As I go, I'm gonna go send him and blow my nose real quick, because I'm sure people are like, Jesus Christ, Jeff, blow your nose. Allergy season, babe. Whoever told me to take elderberry for allergies and stuff, amazing. Works great. I don't believe in shit like
That seems
that.
like a crackpot cure.
No, it's actually great.
Anytime you're like, yeah, you can fix this if you have a berry. I'm like, nah, it's just not gonna happen.
Thoughts on The Boys season finale, Ken Jack?
I would say, and I mentioned this right after I had seen it, I thought it was a solid finale, not one where it like blew my mind or anything like that. Because I would say that was where I was at with the end of the first season and even the second season. Like those two finales were awesome, which you have seen both of those. This one, not as potent and not as like I don't know how to explain it without spoiling, but like more stuff should have happened. But I thought it was like satisfying to a degree. What episode? What's the last one you saw?
Season 2.
You haven't watched any yet?
Started season 3. No.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of great episodes in this one. I thought, especially obviously Herogasm, I thought lived up to all the expectations because everyone who read the graphic, it's a graphic novel, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a comic book.
Yeah, I've read them before, but like it reads like a graphic novel, I guess. It's weird, but like
yeah, it's not great.
Yeah,
I think the boys comics kind of fucking stink.
Yeah,
honestly,
they're not.
A
not
lot
great
of comic
compared.
fans say that.
They
I found that.
The Boys, interesting enough, was made as like an answer to Invincible. Mm-hmm. It was like DC originally. The first year it was published.
Now they have both.
And they're like, all right, well, we need something, like realistic superheroes in the real world, like a little bit more gory, down to earth kind of stuff. And they commissioned that, and it's just kind of a cheap ripoff in a lot of ways. But the writers for Amazon have done a really good job of just taking the general premise and making it their own thing.
Yeah, they turned it into what superheroes what they would actually be, which is like egotistical. Like if you're more powerful than every human on Earth, you're going to have a huge ego, and
Chris,
you're going to be corporatized.
Chris, do you watch The Boys?
No, I am not. No.
I think you'd like it too. It's a very, very good show.
I'm sure I would.
It's I'm trying to think of like how else to kind of describe the season, but I would say Herogasm is one where all the people who read the books or comic books were like, this is the one, it's like their best episode or best volume, whatever, and they really did live up to it. And I think the Soldier Boy Jensen Ackles was so good in this season.
I love Jensen Ackles.
He was amazing in this season, and I think there's a lot of like they had like a musical number in one of the episodes that was really cool. A lot of different stuff in this that I thought was awesome.
As someone who watched all 17 seasons of Supernatural, really great.
Supernatural High.
You really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like one of those things where I love
show.
trash TV. I love the X-Files. That's like one of my top 5 shows of all time. And that had a lot of the same writers, production, behind the scenes people.
How many episodes is Supernatural?
Oh, it has to be at least 300, 350.
That's a lot.
That's nuts.
And they're all like 40 minutes.
That is insane.
Yeah.
People are
But it's like
obsessed with it, I know
it's like
that.
Monster of the Week kind of stuff, and I love
Yeah.
shows like so. Mandalorian is actually kind of pulls off that Monster of the Week stuff, especially in season 1. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, and what was the other show?
Stranger Things.
Quick Westworld, by the way.
Not starting it.
I did 1.5 episodes. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
No,
done
not a
with that.
fucking chance.
That's what I hear about Westworld. I've never tried
Such a
it.
shame.
Great
Season
first
1 was
season.
so great.
Great first season.
Stranger
Terrible
Things.
after that.
I thought it was awesome.
I thought was it 3 episodes, right? All
Two was the
sorry, it's two.
Felt like 8.
2 movies.
Yeah.
It was 2 films.
This
It ended with 2 films. I have a Thor comp real quick. I think Stranger Things season 3 too, I guess. I think the Russia stuff is very similar to the Asgard stuff in Thor Ragnarok. It's not bad, but I just don't really need it. Every
Agree.
time we go back to
agree.
Russia, I'm like,
It was okay
I'm like,
when they fought the Demogorgon, that was cool. But everything before that in Russia,
not bad. Like it's not bad. Like the Kate Blanchett stuff was not bad in Ragnarok, but I just never wanted to keep going. I didn't want to keep going back there. I wanted to stay on Sakaar.
The show
I want to stay
is
in
just
Hawkins.
so bloated as it is, and I feel like especially with the kid stuff, I would say I would have been more interested in the Russia stuff if they were able to develop it better and take away maybe some time from the other things that were boring. But like as it was just an extra thing on top of an already extremely bloated runtime. And that's what I thought about at least the first of the 2 episodes. The ending of it, of the season, I thought was really cool. I really like how they wrapped it up. I love that final villain battle. Vecna has been one of the coolest and scariest antagonists, like maybe ever in any Supernatural thing. But other than that, like definitely this whole season has been a lot of bloat with a lot of exceptional moments powdered in for me.
I thought it was my favorite season of the show. And a lot of that was probably due to how well they handled Vecna. I thought it took balls to like, do we want to talk spoilers or no?
I feel like
I think
To kind of
it's like a live event, basically.
I'll say to connect this season to as much of the
fir-
previous
yeah, yeah, yeah.
seasons.
Correct.
Took balls to do, and it really like hit all of the twists in the part 1 finale was like amazing. The episode 7 or whatever. That was really cool. And
the ending was nuts. Them with the fucking sniper and shit. Like,
yeah. That was like insane.
A good way to say it, I think. I didn't need like so much of the first season and what so on explained. but I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, agreed.
Like it was very cool how they did that, because I feel like when that happens typically in shows or movies, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You're like,
agreed.
I mean, look, we're literally talking about, we've been talking about with Star Wars for the last, like a couple years, whether it's from Han Solo to Rogue One. Some of it's good, some of it's unnecessary, but like there's sometimes you're like, I don't need that explained to me.
Yep.
Let's say we're doing a little bit of spoiler talk here for anyone listening right now, so skip it if you want. Someone should have died. That wasn't Eddie Munster. I don't care about Eddie Munster. Never cared about Eddie Munster. Never cared
Eddie.
I like it. Okay, the
Munster.
bat scene was fucking sick with the guitar. That was
great.
That was
But I don't care that they introduced him 5 minutes ago, and that's your big death. Like, you got to have a main character die, and you have so many that are doing nothing in this series.
Max up pretty good.
Yeah, but like, have someone die. Like, Max should have died. One of them should, like, at least who's the older brother? Will's older brother. What the fuck is his name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan should have been dead. He should have been dead 2 seasons ago.
I'm kind of with you on that, because he had nothing to do this season either.
Nothing.
This is
someone.
a consistently bad problem that we have, I think, just in culture as a whole, is that they just can't fucking kill people.
Because they want everyone alive for the final season.
I mean, it's the same reason as to why what's-his-face isn't dead. Fucking Hopper.
Yeah.
Hopper should be dead.
Yeah.
And like I like the
Nice
character.
reunion.
Yes, I like the character, but like the weight of the you should have. You're right. I would agree with that. There should have been other people who were, because Eddie's death makes too much sense. Like he kind of has.
Everyone saw it coming.
He's their Barb.
Yeah.
He's this season's Barb. It's someone did a breakdown. It's like
Ken Jack's favorite
Stranger
cultural
Things,
pop culture bar.
They have hit the same beats. I mean, almost beat for beat every single season. Now, how they've executed it, obviously different results, but it's been the same beats storyline wise every single season.
They need a main to die. I just like every time they talked about Eddie Munster, I was just like, yeah, he's fine.
See, I love Eddie. I think that actor, he's about to blow up.
Well, yeah, because fucking
Doja
Cat wants to fuck him. Yeah, that's a pretty big thing.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. That kind of hurt me.
That moment was very like that. The guitar riff thing was fucking
Awesome.
sick. Somebody said that song in the real time came out like weeks before that would have taken place, and they're like, he's just a prodigy.
really?
Yeah, he's just a fucking prodigy.
Oh, that's great.
See him practicing?
No,
Like
I
the
did
actor?
not.
Oh yeah. He
was-
actually shreds.
The only behind the scenes music stuff I watch right now is Austin Butler.
Yeah.
I'm still addicted to Elvis.
I don't know. I think if you're gonna have a main death at the end of
I would agree.
penultimate season, you need to have a main character.
It's a problem that goes so far beyond Stranger Things.
That's
though.
true. Very true.
It really like it sucks.
Yeah.
You know what? I blame George Lucas.
The movie we're about to talk about.
Yeah, that too.
And
that
the
too.
show we just talked about.
I
Boys.
blame
Both-
George. Though they
both
did
had
something
that
in Love and Thunder that I'm actually a little surprised about. I blame George Lucas for not killing Han Solo.
Yeah.
Had George Lucas killed Han Solo in Empire Strikes Back all those years ago, I think we'd see more character deaths.
Then we get no Chewie, we're home.
That's true.
That was a great trailer. That's maybe one of the best trailer moments ever.
Yeah.
My God.
Come on.
It was incredible. No, they should actually.
See, and that's why right there, because we just said the trailer moment was sick.
Okay, here's what they should have done. They should have killed Han Solo in Empire
I mean,
Strikes Back, and
I
then
also
transfer
do
his
think Force
consciousness.
Awakens is great.
Transfer Han's consciousness into a big Wookiee through the hair, and then you make him. Yeah, and then you
No,
bring
through
him back.
this vest.
Through his vest. Yeah, his bandolier. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, watch The Bear
Stranger
again on
Things.
Hulu. Great show. Fantastic.
A lot
show.
of great shows this season. I was
Yeah.
going through that. It's actually incredible.
Yeah,
You watched
really,
The Offer.
really good show.
Speaking of Giovanni Ribisi.
Yes, I started that too. Awesome as
just-
well.
just
great.
Yes,
That
I've
for
watched
my
a little bit.
brother.
I've watched a little bit of The Offer.
Really good.
I thought it was gonna stink, just premise wise. I was
Paramount
like, I
Plus
don't really
did.
care. And yeah, Paramount Plus, and it was shockingly good.
Yeah, very
I
good.
took Ken Jack's recommendation to watch The Terminal List. I'm not done with it yet. I'm about halfway done with it. Amazing show.
Yeah.
And shockingly violent. Actually,
Very violent.
What I would compare it most to is like the Punisher video game.
Yeah, I would agree with
He
that.
does kind of have like a Punisher vibe too.
It is like what every and I love the Punisher show, but like the Terminal List is like what I wish that Punisher show could have reached as far as
Yeah.
violence goes. And man,
It is
Chris Pratt pretty
violent
good in that.
as fuck.
Very violent.
There's some moments where I was like gasping, like, "Oh my!
Yeah.
I can't believe this is on TV."
production value is also incredible.
Yeah,
Like
like
all
a movie.
the fight scenes, all like the backgrounds, the sets, like great.
Have you guys
That's on
checked out
Amazon
the Old Man at all?
Yeah, I watched the first two
That's
episodes.
also
I'm all caught up. It's such a good show.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges. That's
a lot
on
of great
Hulu as
stuff
well.
right now. A lot
Yeah.
of great stuff.
Jeff Bridges from
Place.
The Giver.
From The Giver, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.